Today's lesson is on how do we solve markup and markdown problems. Markup is the amount of increase from the cost of an item to its selling price. The formula for markup is the mark up equals the percent times the original cost. What is the selling price for a $45 pair of shoes with a 15% markup? Take a second to copy down the question. So I see I have a 15% markup and a $45 selling price. So I'm going to use my formula. Markup equals the percent times the cost. I don't know what the markup is, so I'm going to call that X. My percent, I'm going to turn it into 0.15 because I need to turn my 15% into a decimal. So I move my decimal 2 times to the left, becomes 0.15. And the cost is 45. So now, when I multiply 0.15 multiplied by 45, I get 6.75. Now, since this is a markup, my price increased, I'm going to take that 6.75 and I'm going to add it to the $45 for the original cost. When I add that, the price of my shoes now become $51.75. What is the percent markup on a $300 phone sold for $465? So I'm going to use my formula. Markup equals the percent times the cost. I don't know what the percent is in this problem, so I'm going to call it X. The phone is the original cost is $300. Now the markup is going to be the difference in the price. So 465 minus 300. 465 minus 300 is equal to 165 equals X times 300. If I need to determine the value of X, I can divide both sides by 300. 165 divided by 300 is 0.55 equals X. But remember, we have to turn our number into a percent, so I move my decimal 2 times to the right, and my answer becomes 55%. Markdown is the decrease from the original price of an item to its sales price. The markdown formula is the exact same thing as the markup formula. The only difference is at the very end, a markdown is going to be a decrease in the original cost of the item. So it's like if an item was on sale or if it was cheaper for some reason. Find the percent markdown for an $80 jacket that is on sale for $48. So since this is a markdown, I'm using the same formula. Markdown equals the percent times the original cost. This is just like the markup problem that we did. The markdown is the difference in the cost. and you always wanted to keep it as a positive, so I'm going to do the bigger number minus the smaller number. The percent, I don't know, so I will call that X. And the original cost of the jacket was $80. When I do 80 minus 48, my answer is 32 equals X times 80. To solve this for X, I'm going to divide both sides by 80. 32 divided by 80 is 0.4 equals X. So I need to turn this number back into a percent. So I'm going to move my decimal 2 times to the right. So I have 40% markdown.